All right, welcome back to another episode in this Chad awesome week. This has been a very fun week so far. We've talked about Chad a lot. By Chad, I mean Chadwick.
Senor
Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, you go ahead.
All right.
I'm
So
going blank.
today, to continue Chadwick, we are going to be doing a film report on good old Black Panther. It's got to be his most famous role.
Probably is that or 42.
Yeah, 42.
Yeah.
It was 42 was his breakout.
Yeah, that was the first time I seen him.
Yeah, that was like his first movie, I believe. But this MCU bucket is negated, and for y'all who don't know, whenever we mention the MCU on this channel, we put coins in the jar they're going to some cause eventually. I mean, once it fills up. God. Our good friend behind the camera, Matthew, reminded us we didn't do an introduction. So, hi, we're the Continuity Crew. I'm Will.
I'm Win.
I'm Matthew.
And Paul's there.
Paul, introduce yourself.
I'm Paul the Pyrotechnic.
We're going to talk about our normal things on Black Panther, and hopefully y'all will answer the questions along with us down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe so you can catch our next film report.
And also, so that you can watch the rest of the Chadwick stuff.
Yes, because we've got
The Five Bloods.
The Five Bloods as our Streaming Junkies episode this week. It'll be very great, as always, as all our content is here. Very great.
Very
always
amazing.
improving.
Top tier.
Yes.
5-star. Yelp gave it.
Yelp
5-star.
gave it 5 stars. Do we want to start favorite character?
Yeah.
As always.
That's not even a question.
Is that not the first question?
No, that's a question.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not even a question.
Well, okay. We'll see about that.
All right.
Well, actually, we're supposed to start with a synopsis. So let's hop back a couple steps. Synopsis.
Chadwick Boseman's character, the first scene that you see him in, he's basically like trying to infiltrate, I guess, human trafficking. Is that what was happening?
Kind of.
Yeah. But that basically sets the tone for the entire movie and how awesome he is the entire movie.
That opening scene's so cool.
It's pretty cool. I have some problems with it, but like it's pretty cool.
Oh, don't talk to me. We'll save all your grievances until we finish it, and then we will get into the nitty gritty. We'll answer the questions, and then we'll throw hands.
Yeah. So synopsis: our protagonist, Chadwick Boseman, is T'Challa, aka Black Panther. He faces a kind of a big. Is it a big danger? Would you call it?
So the fictional country of Wakanda is hidden because, well, it seems to be this lowly country, not very much going on there, but in reality, they're the most technologically advanced country in the world, but they hide it from everyone because they don't want people taking the fictional rock vibranium. Which they make powers, everything, all that stuff. But his father's past comes back to haunt him, and
basically he has to face that.
Yes, it's his father's consequences or father's actions bring up some unfortunate things for him, and we see that go about. I mean, I'm assuming if you're watching this, you've probably seen the movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier. I was like, do we even really need
not
to make
spoilers,
a
like,
because at this point, if you're watching this
Here.
video, you should have already seen it.
Yeah, if so, tell us down below. Give us a synopsis. Maybe you saw it. Oh no! But yeah, you've probably seen this movie. It's a good movie. I love this movie. It's freaking fantastic. But yeah, he fights his cousin, I guess, Killmonger, and he dies at the end, and they opens the what?
He dies at the end.
He
So,
does. He does.
in case you haven't seen this movie, I guess.
Spoiler, I guess. But yeah, what you've probably seen. It's an MCU movie. You've probably seen it.
Even if you don't like MCU, I'm pretty sure you've already seen it because, like,
I would say
you would have had to been curious about why it was so popular.
Yeah, I feel like this one, out of maybe no, I would say since this was at peak MCU before, because it was before Infinity War.
Yeah, it was right before. It was
It
like
had-
two movies, one movie before
I'm
that,
pretty sure it was the movie before,
something like that.
or was Ragnarok?
No, I think I'm thinking of something else. I think I was thinking of Ant-Man 2, because like it was right in
The
between
Ant-Man 2 was,
Infinity. Yeah.
But you probably seen this. This is probably, I would say, the most popular solo film, if
Yeah.
I had to guess. Like, because the older ones didn't.
They didn't do very well. Not Thor.
It's just because they're older, though.
yeah,
You know?
not Captain America or Iron Man. And
They
I'm-
did all right, but like, yeah. So you've probably seen this movie. But moving on to what's our next question? When super specific genre. It's a
MCU superhero.
it's an
comic book
MCU movie. Like
Yeah.
it's its own genre.
It's a comic book movie.
Yeah, genre action. Like if we want to be generic, like action,
Adventure.
adventure, maybe a little drama.
A little love story here and there.
Yeah. So
Science and technology. There's some sci-fi in there.
yeah, sci-fi is
yeah.
a good one.
No, that's yeah, it's comic book movie.
Comic book movie, action, adventure, sci-fi, all that. So moving on. Favorite character? Who is that gonna be?
Black Panther.
Black Panther. See, I'm gonna lean the opposite way and say Killmonger.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Yeah,
Ooh, we are gonna get heated later.
Killmonger's so cool. One of the best characters. Hope they bring him back.
Oh,
Well, but what? Well, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
We'll get.
I actually do have a section for him on my notes.
Stay tuned, please, because we've already decided before we film this. It was gonna get heated, and we're just trying to get through the generic stuff we got to do for our film reports. Your favorite scene?
Favorite scene. Ooh. Okay. Favorite scene is probably when Killmonger was dying and he was talking about. Yeah, that was probably my favorite scene, just because like that was the only time in that movie I felt like there was weight to his character.
Killmonger's?
Which I will talk about later, but like
I
that was
with that, but
that was probably one of my favorite scenes.
that's a great scene. I think either the opening scene, like what we talked about, like him like stopping the trucks with like the trafficking and all that, or this may be a bit of a hot take, but the fight scene, the scene you were talking about, with the awful.
Oh my God, no! You did not like that scene.
I did like it. It's not my favorite. I just wanted to throw that out there. That it didn't look great. I'll agree, but
it wasn't well choreographed either.
it
It was very badly shot too.
I mean, you're so right. Like I'm not, but I still loved it. Like this isn't the best scene. It's my favorite scene, and it's the purple and yellow.
It's probably the only time where it really just separated itself from the reality of the movie.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, they were like riding rhinos and stuff, but
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're right.
it's a comic book movie. When actually no, scratch both of those.
Oh boy.
Above that is definitely the car chase scene.
Oh God, no.
I love that scene. It's just you've got so many characters going on.
Yeah.
Actually, and honorable mention back to favorite character,
I thought it was
Claw.
cool. Yeah.
I wish he was in the movie more. Like,
Yeah, I
the
know.
fact
I
they
thought that's what they're gonna do.
The fact they just killed him off, I
That
was
makes me
like,
so mad.
ooh man,
'Cause he would've been
okay.
such a good character. Yeah.
Multiverse, he could come back.
Probably at some point.
So our next question on our film reports is, if you could have one thing from set,
The necklace.
the necklace.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the
I
full
love
suit.
that thing.
The full
The
suit.
full suit.
Even any of the practical stuff they had, like, because I know they have, at least for Civil War, they had like an actual thing, and then or for that as well, Shuri's blasters, her hand.
Oh yeah,
those
that
are
should've
pretty
been
cool.
Yeah. But no, the necklace to me is like probably the coolest thing they integrated in the movie, because I didn't know how they were gonna do this movie.
Yeah.
Because like like I gotta stop saying like, but in the comic books, he has to take I think not a serum, but it was something. He has to take something to be powerful or something. Like he has to like
like the herb in this one.
the herb, and then the suit is just kind of an accessory.
Mm-hmm.
But this time it was pretty cool. It was,
Yeah,
it was technology driven.
See, and that's one thing, like that one scene, the fight scene does not look great, but everything else before that looks pretty good. I don't. It's just like
The car chase scene just. It was
It's
all
fine.
right.
It's fine.
It was different.
Yes.
Yeah, it was far different than what you'd see, and it was very Black Panther. I should
Yes,
say.
that's
Yeah.
it's why it's so good. I love Black Panther. Like, I've loved Black Panther since I was a kid when they had the animated Avenger
Yeah.
movies, and
Yeah.
that, I think it was the sequel, and they go to Wakanda. Oh, it's great.
I should preface that I like the Black Panther character.
Yes,
Even the comic books.
and Chadwick Boseman kills it because
Yeah.
this week this is about him.
I'll explain more later.
But yes, just please stay tuned. If you could change one thing to make it better, only one win.
Ooh.
Mine would be just fixing that scene and making it look better.
The whole story.
The whole story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like I'll talk about this later. Actually.
No. Give your thought, and then we'll move on.
Okay, so the reason why I say the whole story is because I feel like if you know Ryan Coogler, he's a great director. And I feel like he could have done so much more for this movie, but I feel like the producers got in there and was like, no, you got to do this, like, you got to do the checklist
Yeah,
that we have. And it has to be a part of the MCU, and it has to fit in there. But if it was Ryan Coogler's hands and like he did everything, the writing and the concept for it, it would have been so much better.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that, like, a Black Panther movie outside of the MCU could have been way better.
It could have been
Not
like
way
Winter
better. This
Soldier.
movie's amazing.
Not like Winter Soldier, like it could have had that vibe.
Yes,
Where the
yes.
character is like in disarray or something. Like he
Mhm.
doesn't know what he's doing.
Yes.
But this entire movie was just
Well, I feel like he should know what he's doing. He's been the Black Panther for a while.
I will we'll talk about that.
Okay.
later.
Yeah. If I could change anything, like I said, just that one scene, make it look pretty, make it look prettier. And
No,
I would agree the choreographing and stuff. It's like there's just not much to that scene either. It kind of reminds me of the ending of Venom, where it just kind of happens.
Yeah.
It's so fast.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
But I feel like that this one has a little bit more
They had to have a
Time-
fight scene. so
time
they
and
did that.
death. Yeah, depth. So, but
I should say that everyone complains about that part,
mhm.
but I haven't complained about that part either. I haven't complained about that at all because like I understand why that happened or that had to
Infinity
happen.
War.
Yeah, because they literally pulled maybe about 60% of the CGI department.
I believe it. Yeah.
And they put it on through like Infinity War and Endgame.
I
Like,
mean,
Weta
and it paid
Digital
off.
and- yeah.
So
I mean,
I'm not gonna look back at Black Panther and be like, oh, that scene. But like why. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh, it's fine. Likes and dislikes is usually our next question. We're gonna save that once we get to the end.
Yep.
Would you like to remake it?
yeah.
Yes.
Not by me, but I would like to see what Ryan Coogler could
Yes,
do.
that would be pretty cool to have a Black Panther movie outside of the MCU or
Yeah.
just a completely different story. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I would love to see Ryan Coogler's take on it, like properly.
Mm-hmm. So, and then our final one until we get to the good stuff. Rating out of 10.
5.
5, Jesus Christ.
I would have gone lower. That's it.
For this, I have a 9.2.
Jesus.
I love Black
All right,
Panther.
here we go.
All right. And so that's normally the end of our film reports. But today, there's obviously some discrepancy.
There's some sexual tension here.
Yes, there's some disagreement here.
Yeah.
And it may get loud, and we'll see. So, I don't
Likes
know.
and dislikes.
I don't know if I should start with. Like, what should we just work our way through the movie and
I don't know. I think I have a list of the things I don't like and like about it.
go ahead and just say the thing that bothers you most?
Okay, you want me to go through the negatives first? I guess
Well,
we can.
well,
We can end it in positives. Like,
Yeah,
After,
sure. Let's
alright.
end on a good note.
yeah. One thing is that I'm not sure if this was an origin story.
It's not.
Okay, did they say that? Like, did Marvel or MCU say that we're gonna have?
No, it's just a solo movie.
All right. Well, the thing is, like, I was hoping this would be more of an origin story.
But you've already established him in
Yeah, I
Civil
know,
War,
which
and
really
like,
sucked. But no, I liked him Civil War.
and that's the thing. Like, they fill in the holes, like, oh, where he gets his powers from. It doesn't. It's still somewhat of an origin movie. They fill in the holes with like his past and like his dad's past, even, and like to push forward the story. But they, I don't know. It's not. I would say yes and no. They have some tropes from most origin stories while not following it, because he's already been introduced to us.
Admittedly, I would have preferred it to be an origin story because
it
feels like they just jumped right in and just threw everything already, which is actually one of the things that I said in my notes.
As a good or a bad thing that they jumped in.
I think it was a bad thing.
I think I like it because, like, again, that first scene, like when he's taking down those trucks, like, it's just so good, and him like up in the tree, like, oh, it just looks so good.
The thing is, this is such an important movie to a lot of people.
Yes, this is true.
They should have done an origin. That's what I'm saying.
That's fair, but I mean, just seeing, him and his own movie, or like just the entire cast being African American, and people going to see that. Like, this was a whole event for a lot of people, and it was amazing to see. I worked at the movie theater when this came out, and it was just so cool to be around it. Like, I asked to go and see the last showing of the day it came out so I could see it. Like, it's just it's the second most the movie I've seen the second most amount in theaters. I've seen it 9 times.
Well, that part wasn't very important to me, like the origin part.
Yes.
That's
just one of them. Go ahead. Next one.
All right. Okay. So I didn't feel shit about this movie. Not because I didn't have any connections about this movie, because like I know how it feels when a culture, for example, if it was my culture being like explored, it feels great. But having representation, it feels great, but it's because of the motivations of the characters and how lackluster it was. More specifically, Killmonger.
It's like a revenge story, though. It's like,
it is, but the thing is, like, it didn't feel heavy. Like, as a character, he could have not taken it slow, but he could have just, like, I don't know, something about his character.
It almost I'm trying to think. It's not, maybe it's a Hamlet, not a Hamlet. I was thinking Shakespeare. I feel like it's not, it may be Macbeth. Maybe. I don't know. It's just a good revenge story, I feel like, though. Like, he's... Facebook.
Yeah, but I feel like it wasn't
heavy. It wasn't, like, enough.
Yeah, because this was his dad's problem, not his problem.
Well,
it was like he had
their
nothing.
Father. Yes, I see what you're saying.
Neither one of them had to do anything with their father's past or their problems.
I see what you're saying, but like, he grew up without his dad. He didn't like, and he knows he's Wakanda. It's also the fact, like, Killmonger's not about the Wakanda's holding their stuff back and not giving it to like his people, because the African Americans were being suppressed, like, and that's like where, and he's like, oh, we got to help our people out.
But I didn't feel any weight about that. Like, I get what they were trying to do.
No, I get what you're saying, because like, it is, when he's like talks about that stuff, it is almost a throwaway line, and it's not really mentioned until almost the fourth act, the final act of the movie, that's kind of brought up, like, oh, because Claw is kind of the focus in the beginning, which I get, but like, it also is almost a good little twist, like, oh, it's his cousin, like, he's coming for him.
Yeah, but like, the part that really bothered me was when he was talking about how, like, he wanted to kill white people, right?
Yes,
because he wanted to fight oppression.
Yes,
because of the past oppressions.
Well, that's why he's the bad guy, because you shouldn't kill people. You should.
I know, I get that, but that doesn't.
Does he ever
create amount? Yeah, I think that was what they were implying. But like,
yes,
I understand that completely, but I feel like they could have written it off as like him trying to save his people more than actually trying to kill white people.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying, but again, I just think that's It just may have gotten a little too political, but it still doesn't take
But
anything.
see, that's the thing. Like, that's what I'm saying about Ryan Coogler. Like,
Mhm.
he could have done so much better.
Yeah.
But I know that executives, okay, I don't know, but like possibly executives could have just
Gotten their
thrown,
hands on it.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
they were like, yeah, you got to do these. I'm gonna continue.
Go ahead.
Black Panther, T'Challa was, hold on, all right, was very underwhelming. I never felt T'Challa's conflictions. I just never connected with it because it already felt like he already knew what he was doing. What I'm saying is that he seemed very indestructible from the get-go. He never seemed weak to me. He always was ready to fight again and again, and he did. I mean,
But
he got healed
dude-
almost immediately, and you never
Dude
felt the
literally
weight of the
dies
situation.
though, practically. Like,
But he doesn't.
yes, but he gets like he's in a coma. Like, if they didn't find him, he would have died.
No, you're not understanding what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like he's from the beginning, he was already indestructible.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was never weak at any point of the movie.
When he fights Killmonger.
Yeah, when he fights Killmonger, but like he
even,
never was
even,
like.
no, even in the fight with M'Baku, he gets stabbed like and
Was that with the suit or without the suit?
without.
Exactly.
The suit's supposed to be this unstoppable thing. It's always been unstoppable.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. Like
It's vibranium.
I know it's vibranium, but even Iron Man has his weakness.
It's not Iron Man's not vibranium.
Yeah, he has a suit that's made out of vibranium.
No. No. It's
No,
all,
they were explaining in the first Iron Man movie that it was vibranium.
uh-uh.
I may be remembering.
He
that wrong,
was
but, like,
they mentioned, I know they bring up vibranium. I think they mention it in the second one, but it's not like there's just not a lot of it. It was too expensive or something. Like they couldn't get it.
No, what I was saying was that like there was way too many shortcuts, or there was way too many ways where he could be indestructible and unbeatable, basically.
He's the protagonist.
Yeah, I know, but how is that interesting to anybody when your protagonist is indestructible?
He almost dies. He gets,
But he didn't.
has very
and
good.
you know that he wasn't going to die.
Dude, I don't know.
Did you think he was gonna die in that entire movie?
I don't know. I will. Okay, like
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
No. Be nice.
I'm being nice.
No, you're interrupting me. I'd love to see Shuri or M'Baku both become either the Black Panther,
Yeah,
or
but-
even like we get to practically see Killmonger become the Black Panther.
But that wasn't my point. My point was, did you ever feel like he was gonna die the entire movie?
He could have. I don't know. The first time, yeah, I probably did think, oh God, did we just?
You thought he was gonna die the entire movie?
Maybe not the entire movie, but when he gets thrown off a cliff, I'm like, there's no coming back from that.
I didn't think that at all.
No,
I thought
well,
it was
for
like,
me,
well,
it
that's
was
probably gonna happen.
When he came back, I was pretty shocked. I mean, to be honest, like, and also the M'Baku was just probably out of my head at the moment. Like, I didn't even think like, oh, anyone could find him. Like, they'd find his body, but dude got stabbed and thrown off a cliff. And most people don't survive that, even if it is a superhero movie.
Well, I mean, he did take that magic potion.
He
Or
didn't
that
have it
herb.
then.
Did he not?
No, they don't have it when they're fighting. That's what I'm saying. Like, they remember, okay, when he drinks they strip him his powers of the Black Panther right before the like ceremonial fight. Gosh.
Yeah.
And like when he fights M'Baku, they do it. When he fights Killmonger, he does it. So like he's vulnerable. It's like, oh God, did he just
Yeah, but did you ever feel like he was invulnerable
like vulnerable or invulnerable?
or
Like
vulnerable?
Yeah, like both fights.
Not
at the
1 second I thought Black Panther was gonna die that entire movie just because of his suit, just because of the
He didn't
herb.
have his suit. He didn't have his suit or the herb. is
Yeah, he
what I'm
did.
s-
Isn't
Not-
that how he got healed back?
Yeah, I'm saying afterwards.
No, that doesn't count. Like the
He died, and then Killmonger burned all the plants. Like,
yeah, he did, but they still had the herb.
but they didn't know he was alive then. I didn't know he was alive when the first time I watched it.
There's no way you didn't think for 1 second that he was like dead.
I had no clue when I was watching this movie for the first time. I was just not. I was ready for.
Black Panther's very first movie.
But exactly.
Chadwick Boseman's very first solo movie. you thought that he was gonna
It's
die.
it's the comic book movie when he could come back. However, but I'm just
But do
saying.
you think Marvel would do that though?
I don't know.
Marvel's never done that. If you go through their previous
but
movies,
also, okay, but Marvel never killed half of the universe. But you know what? They did it in the next movie, so I was ready for anything.
I just think that's BS. That you thought that he was gonna die the entire movie.
Not the entire
Or
movie.
he
I'm
was
talking
gonna die
about
at that point.
don't know. Literally, they were ready to give it to what's her name? Gosh, his girlfriend, Nakia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I should also say, I should have said this beforehand, that I'm turning off the part of my brain that loves Marvel right now.
Okay.
I've turned off everything, and I'm just criticizing this movie as a movie.
This is a Marvel movie, and I love. We both love.
Yeah,
MCU.
I would call myself a Marvel fan. It's just that I'm criticizing this movie for a movie and not the whole Marvel thing.
Like, we love all comic book movies.
Yeah.
Look, see, we're doing this right now. Wait till we talk about Batman versus Superman. I'm gonna make this man look like a fool.
Yeah, no. Yeah, right. All right, well, okay, I'm gonna continue.
Another video.
I'm gonna continue from that because I
ahead.
felt like this was the part. T'Challa, you could already tell he knew what to do. I never got the time to feel and understand the character. There was almost no weight for him to bear.
Just Civil War. We already knew what happened, what weight he was bearing.
Yeah, but that was Civil War. This is Black Panther movie.
This is the MCU. Do you think, like...
Didn't I just say I'm turning off like that part of me and this is just a movie?
That's not the same. You have to...
No, a movie, just a singular movie itself.
Yes.
Like, pretend you didn't know any of these characters.
Then
pretend you didn't know who
all
Black
the
Panther
MCU
was.
movies suck except Iron Man.
No, but you're not. No, you're not listening to my point. Pretend like you didn't know any of these characters and you were just thrown in there and you were told to watch this movie.
This is a good movie.
You didn't know the back. Really?
Yes.
Really?
100%.
Oh my god.
100%. This is still a great movie.
No, anyways, yeah, he hadn't. I don't think he had any weight to bear. I didn't. I didn't feel like he was in pain or anything like that. It felt like you were just watching him
in a coma.
do what he. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, I get that these are superhero movies. In some ways, they should be invincible, but every hero has had a weak point. Every hero had a downfall. That's why it's so difficult for me to love Superman, because he's invincible, and that was one of the points that I was like trying to give out there. But like,
Dude's dead in Batman or Superman.
Jesus Christ, dude, that was a very stupid way to die.
No,
it was.
This is the wrong movie.
My god, I can't wait for that video.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna write a whole essay, baby.
Okay, so this is also, we talked about this earlier. Ryan Coogler, he's a great director, but I don't think he can make big budget movies, and I don't think his style was like it didn't meld with this movie. If you've seen Fruitvale Station and Creed, they're all shot in a very interesting way. I wanted to know how they shot those movies, and Creed especially, because it was shot in handheld and in 16 millimeter, which were all very interesting because that's very indie and very it's like it feels like someone didn't have like the resources that he needed, but like he shoots like an indie filmmaker, as in someone with a lot of limitations, so they use different creative ways to go around those limitations. And this movie did not feel like that at all. Like,
because he had the money, so why wouldn't you do it?
That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that Ryan Coogler, it didn't feel like Ryan Coogler because it was a studio.
Yeah. It's Disney.
Telling him what needs to be done for this movie.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like about this. Because like I don't know, I feel like every director should have a way to express their style in movies.
It's still the MCU.
Just because if it's the MCU, look at Iron Man. Jon Favreau did his style in that movie.
That was before Disney.
I don't care if it was before. No, what I'm saying is every director should have a way to express their style in their movies.
Mm-hmm.
And just because this is a big budget movie, that doesn't mean you can't do that. I mean, look at Creed.
Mm-hmm.
Creed, he was able to do his style in that. And that's one of my biggest problems.
Compared to only 35 mil for Creed, budget-wise.
Yeah. That's actually, they would also call that a medium budget indie movie. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
compared
just because
to $200 million for Black Panther.
it doesn't matter how much money you're given. You should just be able to express your style, and that was the problem with this movie. The script, it was pretty bad. It was awful.
No.
The dialogue were
Um,
just
it's
just
great.
really bad. I hated it.
I can see why, but I've just seen this movie so many times. It's just
See,
like
you gotta stop thinking like a fan. You gotta start thinking like a movie.
I am.
a critic.
I mean, okay, I will. It's still a good movie. If I'm critically, enjoyment is my 9.2. Enjoyment and a little bit of criticism, still a 9.2. If I'm talking harsh, it's like a 7.
Yeah, but
still.
just because you enjoyed a movie, that doesn't mean you can like critically say
I
anything
am
bad about
critically.
it.
I have nothing bad to say about it.
Anyways, this movie felt like a filler, what I consider a filler movie, or just ones where they just want to introduce a character so they can use it for future movies or sequels. They go through a checklist to match with the other, in this case, the MCU movies, and they just try to make it entertaining. Oh, this one. Michael B. Jordan. He's a great actor. He's amazing. And I'm seeing him in in the Ryan Coogler movies and a few others that I can't freaking remember. He was awful in Fantastic Four, but he wasn't good in that
No.
movie at all.
Just kidding.
His acting
We'll agree with
in
that.
this movie, his acting was very I never bought him in this character because he wasn't developed enough. On paper, his character is a great villain, probably one of my favorites. But I was shocked by how much you had to go off by the exposition. His
Yeah.
character and motivations felt pandering, and that's really the only thing I have a problem with. When you're pandering to an audience, for example, Wonder Woman, you're almost forced to feel like, in that movie, you almost feel like you're forced to feel like women are strong and shouldn't be undermined. But the thing is, I already knew that. I grew up with a single mom. She's the strongest woman I know, and I'm not saying that because she's my mom, but if you've seen the hardships and struggles she's been through, you would say the same, especially in a country where women aren't as liberated and highly undermined. So even I already knew that shit, but the problem with the pandering to an audience is that you're almost forced to feel a certain way.
See,
And if you don't feel that way or you don't agree, then that means I'm wrong and I have to apologize for it. Like right now, I almost feel like I have to apologize for saying what I've said because people are going to think I'm racist or something. And I mean, when this movie came out, the people who said that this movie wasn't good were bashed and called a racist. All I'm saying is that this wasn't a great movie.
I'm not calling you racist or anything.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about
no,
you.
yeah, I know. But one thing, I feel like just Wonder Woman didn't do much of the.
Okay, we're not going to talk about Wonder Woman.
No, I know. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch. I only saw that movie once. I just didn't feel like it did what you said it did. But I don't know. I've only seen it once.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of reviews for it, and majority of them were like, "Yeah, this movie is for women." And then like a lot of people were getting called out for criticizing it for like, "Oh, you're not a woman. You don't understand what it feels like." Like that's what I mean by pandering. Like,
No,
if
yeah, I
you're
know what you're
pandering to an
saying.
audience, it's limited.
Yeah.
And you're almost forced to feel a certain way if you don't feel the same way that they do, and then they're gonna criticize you for that, and you can't criticize a movie for a movie because it's pandering. Yeah. Okay. So, what I admire about Marvel is that they make movies for everyone, and they don't focus on a singular controversial subject. It's meant for billions to see, and meant to be enjoyed by everyone. But this movie doesn't fall in my top 10 Marvel movie, just because
This was. Hold on. I've got my list.
I know this was like your 5th or 6th.
It's top 5 for sure.
Yeah.
Just in comparison.
That's all I had to say, by the way.
Now give us some likes, Wayne.
Likes?
Or do you have any?
Yeah, dude, I have likes for this movie. All right, so when the set wasn't like CGI or anything like that, it was beautiful. Like
I
the
agree.
scene where they were walking through the city,
Yes,
or like the
that's
streets.
a good one.
I thought that was pretty. Like since what was the first movie? Like since 2018, I want to say, the color palette for the Marvel stuff, the MCU stuff, has been so pretty.
Yes.
Like if you go through like the Guardians of the Galaxy
number
2.
4 on
That's your
mine.
number 4?
Yes.
Okay. But like the color palette and their set designs have been amazing because like back before even 2018, it was always gray backgrounds. It was like very bland, but this time it was very good. Like I really fell in love with the city of Wakanda.
Yes.
'Cause
Wakanda's
it's just so
It's
cool.
so like modern, but it's still like it's that almost, I guess, Middle Eastern type, like African vibe. Like,
Yeah.
it's still like you can tell like
They didn't overdo it with the city stuff
Yeah.
with like flying cars or whatever.
yes.
They have flying shit, like they have ships and stuff, but like
It was still
Everyone
like
didn't
it was
have
still
that.
down to earth. Like
Yeah.
like I don't know.
no, I thought that was great. Since Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they've done a really good job with their set designs, their color palette, their costume designs, and I thought they were pretty. All the performances except for, Michael B. Jordan, all the performances were great. Chadwick Boseman,
You literally just said the last scene where he dies was your favorite scene.
no, yeah, but that's the scene. That's not the entire movie.
He's good.
I thought that was great, but like the entire movie, you felt like Michael B. Jordan was trying to do what he didn't do in Fantastic Four, or like he was trying to make up for it. So he overdid it just a little
I
bit.
don't feel like he overdid it. I feel like he's supposed to be like this proud, bombastic, like dickhead, like that he knows he's killed like hundreds of people, and that he's gonna take Wakanda. Like,
Admittedly, he felt like he was kind of reckless.
yes,
that's
like-
really it.
like he's hot headed. Like,
Yeah, that's really it. And he's supposed to be like a trained
Yeah.
military person, and it's like
doesn't mean he doesn't have like a temper.
wait,
and
that's not my point. My point was Michael B. Jordan did an alright performance. It was probably the script that he was given, and whoever told him that whoever told him how to portray this character. That was really it. Yeah, Winston Duke and Lupita Nyong'o was amazing.
Yes, I love.
I thought they were great. I didn't know Winston Duke did the in Bombay. Like he was the one that suggested it. To him.
I that's one thing. Like when they did the chants in Infinity War, like they're all just so good. And even
Yeah.
did they do it? They did it in In-Game, correct?
They did at the very end.
Yeah.
Yeah, when entering through the portal, that's what.
Well, I just remember them being quiet, like when they first walked through, at least.
Yeah,
But yeah, those
I think he did that.
I think like
You're making me
I
question.
think- I know. I'm thinking like
I've seen that movie like 10 times.
Yeah, I think they must have.
Yeah.
I think it may have been once everyone came through or something.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah. The music was amazing.
yes.
Weeks before it, the album came out.
Oh yeah.
Kendrick Lamar. I would listen to it till it
Oh,
came
it's
out.
so good.
Yeah.
And then recently, so the song he does with The Weeknd,
Yeah.
I did not like it when I first saw this movie. I thought the beat was weird for that song, but now I don't know. Like I've listened to it again, I'm like, oh, I really like this, and I think it's because I listen to more Weeknd now.
Yeah.
But I was just like, the beat's just so weird. It doesn't fit. Like I feel like The Weeknd's voice, but I've just listened to a lot more. So
Yeah, I thought like the album was really pretty.
and
It was
okay,
great.
I will say also, when I first saw this, I probably felt very similar to a lot of the things you said, but I've just seen it, I don't know, so many times, and just the moments I've had watching this movie, like seeing it so many times in the theater, like seeing it in IMAX, like it hits different. It's got, and a lot of it is those 2 extra points I gave it from my very critical to like emotional and everything. It's just like seeing it so many times and just loving like every second of this movie. Like, so I can't say that for the other movies down on the bottom of my top Marvel list.
Yeah.
Like the ones above that, let me get it real quick.
It's while he's doing that, I should say that it sounds like I didn't enjoy this movie, but I actually did. I really did like this movie, and mainly because like it was attached to Ryan Coogler. Chadwick Boseman was in it. I was really impressed when he was first seen or shown in Civil War, like when his debut was there, like in his debut, he was great.
Yeah,
He was amazing.
so he's probably one of the. I don't like Civil War that much.
No, but that was like the highlight.
No, yeah,
of the
he
movie.
definitely is like the best part of that movie.
Yeah. It's impressive.
To come in as almost a side character and practically be the highlight of a
Yeah.
movie, and that's just again Chadwick is an incredible actor.
Yeah, his monologue at the very end, or not the very end, but when he was talking to Zemo, I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was great. I loved that.
He's so good. He's so missed. It's so upsetting.
Yeah. That's really pretty much it. Like as a complaint,
This is becoming a whole podcast.
yeah, I know. But yeah, I should say that I did like this movie. It was just that it wasn't very Ryan Coogler, and that's what I was expecting. But then again, that's my fault for expecting something. But like, I thought this was just such an important movie that I thought they would put more effort into it.
And then the 3 movies I have above Black Panther are Ragnarok, Infinity War, Iron Man. And depending on when I've seen it, Black Panther and Ragnarok definitely switch. And I would say right now Black Panther's definitely above.
I would definitely switch Winter Soldier to Ragnarok, Infinity War to...
I need to redo this list because just looking at it now, I'm like, there's just some like one spot changes I need to do. Like I have Avengers 5, Winter Soldier 6.
Yeah.
I would flip those. I think the Avengers is great, but I think Infinity War is the best.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, something about the first Iron Man. There's so much nostalgia. It's so good. They falling in.
Yep. All right, first Iron Man, something.
Yes, the first Iron Man is just like we were talking about this one. There's so much love and more than just like critically than I can look at it. But critically and everything, like nostalgia and everything just lines up for the first Iron Man. And the story, it's like it's very by the books. Like you've got the villains, just the antithesis of the other guy. Like
yeah.
And that's something that Disney and everyone follows. Yeah. Like, it's not just Disney. But, like, Iron Man, like, I don't know. Something about it. Everything lines up. And that's just why it's my favorite. And it's...
Iron Man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, literally, I think the only problem that movie ever had for Iron Man was how they had to add in a fight scene at the very end. Like it felt like it was.
I would say my least favorite part about that movie is like when they have like the fight scene. I still enjoy it.
I enjoyed. I loved it. It was
and it feels the thing about the Iron Man and even Iron Man 2, the suits they feel like they have more weight, if you know what I mean. Like it's an actual. He's got this on. Besides that, Black Panther.
Do you have anything negative to say about it at all? Just one. Besides the CGI.
When I first watched it, the "What are those?" line got me.
Oh, yeah. This movie, it wasn't funny.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't. They were so flat. Like
it was great.
They were all references from mainstream stuff, and it was very annoying.
Like, what are those? Great. Well, shoot. I mean, that's the thing. It's not. It may not be for you. It's like the Fortnite scene in Endgame. Like, wasn't for me. I watched that movie. Okay, and when we were watching, since we watched a lot of Chadwick Boseman movies for Chadwick, I watched Endgame, Infinity War, Civil War, Black Panther, all that. Endgame, I've decided it's not the best movie by any stretch, like critically speaking or anything.
No.
But like that may be the best comic book movie ever. Like ever. Like it was
an impossible task.
Yes.
Like an impossible
like the only way you're gonna do that is like reading like straight, like that's what I mean, like from a comic book to like film, like it's perfect. And
it wasn't something that you were expecting when you were first watching Iron Man.
Yeah,
like you never thought that would happen.
Exactly. I've told this story I think before.
It's whatever.
No, it's not. He's the star.
Well, you're gonna need to tape it more.
We're almost done.
All right,
maybe.
No, I also I did enjoy the first time I watched this movie.
Mm-hmm.
The second time, that was when I was really looking into
and maybe I just need to watch it with a different set of eyes. But
no, I that's what I do. Like the first time,
no, and I agree.
I'll enjoy it. The second time, I'll criticize it.
The first time, God, whatever. The movie that comes to mind for me is Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, no.
I watched it and I was like, oh, nostalgia, great. I love Pokemon. I watched it the second time. I'm like, Why am I watching this again? It was all right. Just all right the first time. But I seen the Pokemon now. I just don't care.
No, another one thing. Since you were talking about that, one of the movies that does that to me is like Avengers. You can watch it once and then you already know all the jokes.
Yeah, something about the first Avengers. It was 10 out of 10 the first time you seen it.
Yeah.
And then when you see it again, it's like you kind of know the beats.
Yeah. You know what to expect.
Yeah.
And you understand the characters more.
Yeah. So I think we'll wrap that up. I mean,
wait, what's one thing you didn't like of the movie?
I said what are those line at first.
Yeah.
Just everything's
everything's
grown on me. Like I was even saying like the bad CGI at the end. Like at first it's just everything's grown, and that's why I have it so high. Everything about this movie has just stacked on top of just like, yeah, but it's okay. Like I'm okay with that. No,
I'm not like trying to criticize you for liking the movie.
I know.
Like if you enjoyed the movie, that's great.
And that's another thing. Every movie is probably someone's favorite movie.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just because it's 7 billion people, almost 8. Like, so it's got to be someone's favorite movie.
Yeah. And comic books, to me, they just get a little bit of leeway because they're comic books.
Yes.
Comic book movies. And, it's superheroes and a bunch of people fighting CGI stuff. And, it's, unless you're, like, really invested into it, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's our Black Panther film report, I guess. I mean,
this was the longest film
this
report.
is practically a podcast, but you know what? Who cares?
I had to go through the motions.
Like it's good. Like,
no, I feel like this movie hit the like button.
Yeah, we love you guys. Tell us who your favorite character was, and just to throw it out there also, for Chadwick, we are giving away one of these collectible Real D 3D coins, and let's see, what should we? If you got this far, we want to give it to one of you.
Yeah.
So go down, comment below, and tell us do you like purple or do you like gold? Tell us that down below, and that's how we'll know. And we'll be picking people who answer. We have as long as you answer one question from the videos that we have coming up on Chadwick, we're gonna pick from y'all, and we'll let y'all know at the end of Chadwick, which should be, who knows? The last video is gonna be the Five Blood streaming cast. So we will pick after that video is out, probably for 2 days. So thank y'all for watching. This has been a film report on the Black Panther. Y'all have a good one. Subscribe, like, comment, all that stuff. Hit the bell. We will see y'all next time on the next film report, which we're not sure actually what is. Or do we know?
Next film report. No, I don't think so.
No, we didn't.
Ooh, that's bad. Next week, we don't know what to do for next week.
We're going to announce it on the Five Bloods podcast.
Yep. And probably, next week, I think we said it for sure that it was going to be, I'm thinking of ending things.
That was in the past when you crazy man.
What?
No, it's not in the past.
No, it's next week.
Next week, though, for Streaming Junkies is going to be I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
Yeah.
So.
Not just the movie and myself, too.
Yeah. Thanks all for watching Words. Just stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed so you know what content. Even if we forget to announce it, if you're subscribed and you hit that bell, boom, you know.
Yeah. What movie would you like me to roast next?
Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah. I can't wait for that episode.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Thank y'all for watching. Bye.